Hello and welcome to another Warhammer preview review. I've done a number of these now and I'm really enjoying them. Nice to do a review of a preview. Wow, I was quite impressed yesterday. There were some very nice miniatures that were showcased. It's always a good preview when it's over quickly. In that it suddenly comes to an end and wow, that's another hour gone. What I mean by that is you've enjoyed the content and you're looking forward to when these models are released. So anyway, you can watch the full preview for the hour or so on the Warhammer Twitch channel, which I think is free anyway. If you've got an Amazon Prime account, you can just go on there and then you can comment and do those kind of things. This is it right here, Warhammer Preview Online, Faith and Damnation. So they started off by showcasing... right, well, it's right there, look. So we just paused that, sorry guys. So you start off with the Warhammer Age of Sigmar, Undead Conquerors of the Mortal Realms. There's a little trailer here for them. Cool Soulblight Gravelords. The name doesn't really roll off your tongue, but you've got some undead, you've got some Deadwalker zombies or Walking Dead. You've got some fell black bats. You've got Rat Prince. You've got the White King on Skeletal Steed, absolutely fantastic model. You've got the Skeleton Hordes. Very Dark Souls feel I'm getting from these, and Blood Knights, of course. Where is the undead dragon though? That's what I want to know. That's probably what you all want to know. There's the bat. There's the Rat Prince. I'm not sure the lighting really helps with these, but I guess that's the look. There's the Blood Knight with the mace as well. Yeah, fantastic Blood Knights. If you know anything about the older Blood Knights, they've been around for quite some time. They were released in metal, as were a lot of the Warhammer cavalry and things. And then they were, I say, updated. I wouldn't say. I don't know whether you can call it upgraded. Upgraded in some respects, yes, to Finecast. Upgraded to Finecast, updated. And that was a box set of 5 for £60. It would be interesting to see how much these go for, whether they're still going to hit that price point of 60. The Finecast ones aren't available on the Games Workshop store at the moment for the 60. They're out of stock. So congratulations to any of you that managed to pick the older ones up. I know a certain person that read this through very well, and he has a unit of them, but I think they look fantastic. I love the lances, I love the steeds, I love the armor. Paint job is obviously incredible with the edge highlighting that they've done. I love the wings. Yeah, they just look amazing. If you've ever played the Elder Scrolls Oblivion, and if you haven't, you really deserve to go and play that right now. The armor kind of reminds me a little bit like Daedra armor, a little bit like Drakari armor as well, with the angles and the spikes. Look at these guys, amazing. You've got the Death Rattle skeletons. You've got one with a mace. Oh, they look so cool. That's free-handed, clearly. That's amazing, doesn't it? It's such a Dark Souls vibe I'm getting from these. I absolutely love it. I'm a huge Dark Souls fan. And yeah, I love the attention to detail look. Like, they could have just done skeletons in armor, but they haven't. They've kind of missed armor pieces off. So you've got the leg armor that's taken off. You've got the thigh armor there removed. You've got a little bit of the vambraces. You've still got the helmet for some reason. I mean, yeah, what's worse than sort of undead in armor? I mean, look at the texture on the spear there as well. Amazing. Really, really big fan of these, and they're going to look and they're going to work so well with your Curse City skeletons. Wow. These minis too. These Deadwalker zombies or Walking Dead this guy here, look at that, with the hatchet in his skull. This one with just a very blunt knife. This lady here with some kind of little chopper. This guy picked up a rat. Don't know what he's going to do with it. Maybe throw it at you. I'm not a huge fan still of the graves. I understand. I think I've had a few comments before about, oh well, they you know, they put these graves through these zombies to, you know, stop them from walking about at night and things, but it doesn't seem to be working at all, because as you can see, they're up and about, walking around. Maybe it's to slow them down. That would be a good point. You know, because there's more weight on them, and they obviously can't take that off. A bit of a brain exposed. This one with the hammer, mallet. This one with the scythe, and this one with a shovel. Amazing. That's an interesting one too, as well, with a bit of armor. And this woman in the stocks, just been left there. And there you go. I really like them. They're really cool. Vampires right here, flapping around. I like this one that's on the masonry piece. I like the holes in the wings. I mean, yeah, if you're going to get any more than 3, they're going to look the same, aren't they? Don't think you can pose them. I like how Games Workshop have sort of glued them onto the tree stumps and things, and the blending on those wings is just amazing, isn't it? I mean, hopefully they give you a good paint guide for the blending for that. And then you've got the Death Battle Tome Soulblight Gravelords. Fantastic. Look at that zombie dragon there. Yeah, undead and skeletons and vampires. I mean, what's not to like with that? Looks amazing. I might have to try and pick up a soft touch version of that one. We'll see. You got a tiny little trailer for the Realms Will Quake. Looks a bit like Beastmen. Looks a bit like Minotaurs. The Tithe is due, so you've got this new warband, Canaan's Reapers, a humorless bunch. They're adept at killing everything. I like the black bone armor. That's pretty cool, and the yeah, this huge executioner's axe. Amazing head. These, yeah, they look all right. Yeah, they look all right. I mean, they're gonna. I mean that pose is fantastic, isn't it? What is he holding there? He's got a little crow. That's nice. I like this halberd, I think it is. But is this a scented candle? Is this a element crystal? Who knows? Wow, that's amazing. Yeah, really like that warband. I like the Seraphon too. I just hope they're released kind of separately in their own sets, away from Underworlds. Who knows? They've done it before. Then you got Faith, Fire and Fury. These House Cawdor. Look at this, House of Faith. These Redemptionists, holding a book. Quite close to the flames though. I'll be careful about that. You know, paper's quite flammable. But then this one, Fetch Me the Heavy Flamer. This is like a stubber. I think it's a stubber. It looks a little bit like a shotgun though, but it's also got a tiny little flamer built in. Again, this is a stubber with a flamer, and he's throwing a grenade. And this one with the stubber pistols. And this one, yep, chainsword with a built-in flamer. I mean, that's just amazing. So yeah, they look interesting as a new gang. They'll be in plastic, most likely, for Necromunda. And they've also announced this Hive War. Yeah, odd choice of gangs. Would have been nice if they had the new gang in there. You got the Escher gang from, what, 4 years ago? Delac gang, or the Delaque, however you want to pronounce them. Yeah, they're skimping out on scenery at the moment with only 11 zone mortality columns and barricades and objectives. They're still selling the Necromunda Dark Uprising. It's a huge amount of money. It's £175. It's almost £200 there. But really worth getting, because of the scenery. The amount of scenery you get in that. That's a heavy, thick box. Probably one of the biggest, heavy, thick boxes that they've ever produced. And I think you can also get it on Element. Save yourself about 25, 20, 27 pounds or so. And help this channel out. So there is that. Moving down, you've got a little bit of a teaser for Adeptus Mechanicus. The Forge World Metallica is coming under attack from a massive Chaos invasion in Warzone Caradon Act 1, and now you've got Tech Priest that's upgraded one of their cohorts. So what they've done is they've put a kind of like a Tech Priest into this Skitarii Marshal. It says here it makes an excellent lieutenant, so no doubt this guy will be an HQ unit, and definitely captures the feel of both the Skitarii Vanguard and the Skitarii Rangers. Really cool looking model. It's just like a bigger, more detailed version of one of the Vanguard alphas. I'm a big fan, definitely be picking this up, so stay tuned to the channel for this unit and the new codex, which I think will be amazing. It's going to have all of the previous Adeptus Mechanicus units in. So if you can remember the codex that came out in 2017, so almost 4 years ago, the Mechanicus Codex came out. I'm looking at it right now, in fact, and it is 104 pages. So I would expect that the Codex is going to be 100 pages minimum, maybe 120, maybe 130. Also, let's remember it has all of the knights in there too, such as the Errant, the Paladin, the Warden, the Gallant, the Crusader. Doesn't have any of the little armigers or Helverins, so bear that in mind. I'm not sure whether they came out a little bit after the Codex, but I'm hopeful that the new Codex will include those. And also, let's not forget the Psychic Awakening Engine War book, which again itself was 100 pages, mainly because it had some Chaos Demons in there, but the Mechanicus items that it did have in the book consisted of 10 extra units or data sheets, really. Everything from the Manipulus to the Cerberus Sulphurhounds and the Raiders and the Taraxi. The new tank that wasn't in the 2017 Codex. That came out in 2019. The tank, and of course the Archaeopter, with 3 different variants. And now we're going to have this Lieutenant too. So it's going to be a chunky codex now. We're, as I said before, probably over 120 pages. And there's the front cover. It looks amazing, but why can't we get this unit, Games Workshop? It's very grim dark. Where's this Tech Priest with the, praying with his hands and things? That would be cool if we could get that. And also Dark Mechanicus. Where's that? The Chaos do have Dark Machines and Dark Mechanicus forces still present from the Horus Heresy. They weren't all wiped out, were they? And I'd definitely like to see a Chaos version of these. Imperium have got so many different armies now, it's unbelievable, but I think that it's time, with the advent of this Adeptus Mechanicus, we have a Dark Mechanicus book and new units. And I'm not talking about what you did, and I'm not talking about what GW did with Chaos Knights, in that they created 1 new Knight box, 2 new Knight models, and then they just threw in all of the Imperial Knight models and called them Chaos. At least with Titans, you have got a Chaos Warhound and Reaver at least. Would be nice to get a Chaos Warlord. I think that would be incredible. Anyway, moving down, Sisters of Battle. They've now got a tank. It's called the Castigator, which sort of surprises the hell out of me that they'd used the same name, because there's a Cerastus Knight Castigator. Are they now running out of names? could they not have called it the Admonisher or the Reproacher, even the Condemner? Yeah, anyway, they've called it the Castigator. There are plenty of other names that they could have picked. I like the main battle cannon. I'm not a big fan of these autocannons. Yeah, let's just stick autocannons on the turret of a tank. Trying to be like a $2 version of the Sakharin tank there. Not a big fan of that. I much prefer the battle cannon. And another thing I'm slightly perturbed about is the kind of jewelry boxes, I want to call them. These ornate treasure trove boxes around them. Yes, I get that there's ammunition and supplies and things like that. I get that. But to me, at least, they just look too ornate. And I know it's a Sisters of Battle vehicle. It's bound to be ornate. But it's just too much, those being there. Games Workshop have this new fad of putting boxes and missiles and all kinds of things on the turrets of their tanks, and they never used to. But anyway, another thing that is disturbing is the braziers, which haven't got any. They've just got coals. I guess they've cooled down a little bit. But how this turret operates with these, whether you can actually turn the turret all the way around, is going to be an interesting thing to see. Again, of course, I like the little statues in the alcoves of the tank. The heavy bolters look great with the ammunition boxes on the side rather than a drum fed. They've solved that issue, and that means that they can open the side of these tanks and just replace the ammunition, which is great. Another thing is this hull mounted heavy bolter. You know, if Sisters can do it with this Predator chassis, Space Marines can too. Maybe they just have more room because they're Sisters of Battle. They take up less space in there, so there's more room for ammunition. But you know, that being said, it would have been cool if Space Marines could have like a las cannon or something in there instead, which, you know, has the energy cells. But there we go. Not only is the Sister foregoing the protection of the tank and staying in there, she's also got her visor up too. I definitely will be replacing that and putting a proper helmet on her. But there you go. I think it looks cool and it's much needed. Maybe not so much the DACA, the 9 heavy bolter shots. I mean, Sisters nowadays seem to have so many bolters, and you know, it's almost like they're getting the hand-me-downs of Space Marines. This new cannon is interesting. I like it to be a little bit longer, but we'll see what it's capable of. I mean, hopefully it's got some kind of anti-armor shells that it's packing, because Sisters really do need that long-range anti-armor armor, really. I mean, the Exorcist is great, and so is the Immolator, but they perform specific roles in a Sisters army. And then we've got Meet the Beast Snaggers. So Orcs are going prehistoric with these squig beasts, these squig mounts. A little Gretchen there. It's melee only, I think. Might have a weapon on there, might have a ranged weapon, I'm not quite sure. But I like the prawn markings on its head. I like this iron gob that they've stuck to it. The colour choice as well for the armour is interesting, very kind of tribal, I want to say. Bit of Horizon Zero Dawn looking at that. Interesting that the legs are a different colour than the body. I'm not sure I get that, but you know, darker legs. I like the tongue. I mean, the effect on the tongue and the teeth is just amazing, isn't it? Yeah, I'm all for more orcs in 40k, and this is 40k. So yeah, bring them on. Bring on these tribal orcs. I'm looking forward to it. And that's what they ended up with. So no War Master Titan 28mm scale. I think they're just going to show that at an event or something, I'm sure. But yeah, I was, you know, impressed by this preview. They didn't show a huge amount, but yeah, certainly enough to keep us going for the next month or so. Really looking forward to Curse City and these blood mounts. I'm going to pick them up. So yeah, as always, your support by liking this video, subscribing, using the Element Games affiliate link code. That's the best way to support the channel. And thank you to everyone that has done that and continues to do that. It makes a huge difference. You're just clicking on the link and putting the Element Crystal code, and you get the double crystals as well. But what do you guys think of this preview? Do you think it is one of the best so far this year? And which was your most favourite model out of this preview? Please do put your thoughts and opinions down below. Thank you ever so much for joining me today. Thank you for watching. The Emperor Protects.